Less than 1 in 100,000 humans lives to be 110 years old. We hope to be 2 of them, but where do we start such a journey? You're about to find out. Stick around as we share the secrets of the world's oldest inhabitants. Hello friends and welcome. Today, we're examining one of the concepts that we use as a baseline for SuperC thinking, Dan Buettner's work studying the habits of the world's oldest inhabitants. I'm Tony and this is my beautiful wife, my partner on this SuperC journey, Dre.
Welcome Worldwide Tribe. Dan's studies of supercentenarians have significantly influenced our journey. Today, we share easy and practical ways to add years to your life.
Dan spent the last quarter century studying the fantastic few who've hit triple digits. He's reverse engineered the aging process by studying blue zones, 5 global regions where an extraordinary percentage of populations live past the century mark.
Today, we'll do a download and share these encouraging findings.
We love weaving moments of serendipity into our stories. Dan's journey begins in Okinawa in 1999, where you could have also found a strikingly handsome young Marine hard at work producing for the American Forces radio and TV network. Okinawa hosts the longest living population in history. I lived there for nearly 7 years and I've seen and experienced the beautiful people inhabiting this small, southernmost point of Japan.
He also piloted a blue zone community in Minnesota where he measured the life expectancy of an entire community of participants through a true vitality test.
Dan's team spent a year incorporating the same 4 common denominators that we share here in this video. He then retested the community using the same metrics. Dan's work raised the community's average life expectancy by 3.1 years, proving these concepts work.
Imagine gaining 3 extra years with loved ones by doing these simple things for just 1 year.
According to Dan, daily activity and movement is the first common denominator to longevity. Blue zone inhabitants shared traits such as nightly dancing, doing work by hand, and lots of walking, much of it in hilly climates.
Gardening is a common factor among centenarians. In addition to the nutrient-rich foods coming straight from your garden, you're incorporating movement, balance, and flexibility into your daily routine.
I used to consider activities like pulling weeds from my driveway, tending to my garden, and maintaining my flower beds as lazy work, keeping me from doing actual work. But now I relish the opportunities to piddle, and I actually get up early to build them into my day.
And I get the bonus of fresh cut flower bouquets in our home.
So Dre, what's it like in a corporate setting? How do you create opportunities for movement in a world of back-to-back video calls?
It's a constant struggle to find ways to move. To help, I stand more, even if it's just 10 to 15 minutes an hour. I've traded my parking pass for a train pass and have upped my step count by taking the stairs, taking the long way to the bathroom at the office, and walking laps around the house on days that I'm at home.
Dan calls his next group of common denominators outlook. In Nicoya, they have plan de vida. In Okinawa, they have ikigai, and we might define it as a sense of purpose. Dan combines how one unwinds, one's faith, and the importance of having a purpose as contributors to this collective.
Ikigai is such a big part of SuperC Vitality. We've dedicated an entire video to discovering what it is, how to find it, and how we found ours. If seeking your purpose is a topic that interests you, be sure to check it out.
In Sardinia, Dan points to the moderate but controlled levels of stress in their day-to-day lives. And in Loma Linda, he suggests volunteering and faith as vitality boosters.
We've long shared a love for volunteering, making service to others an active part of our lives. We've since learned that volunteers have lower heart disease rates, way less, and have measurably lower healthcare costs.
Like, subscribe, and share if you're enjoying our breakdown of Live to Be 100.
If we've piqued your interest and you want to learn more about Dan's studies and research, you can watch the Netflix documentary Live to Be 100, The Secrets of the Blue Zones, or Read his book, The Blue Zone Secrets for Living Longer, Lessons from the Happiest Places on Earth.
His books are part of our Super Vital reading list, linked in the description below. The list also includes this cookbook that ties into Dan's third key to vitality, eating wisely.
We love how Dan says you don't have to be wealthy to eat healthy, and cites the Three Sisters diet of Nicoya as proof. Herbal teas, locally sourced wine, and the plant-based diet of Loma Linda are other longevity secrets. Adding these key ingredients to your current diet can instantly add years of vital health to your life.
Oh, and there's harahachibu.
Bless you.
No, I'm not. Harahachibu.
Ew. You mean the Japanese concept of eating till your belly is 80% full.
Yes, that's exactly it. Americans consume an extraordinary amount of calories, far more than our ancestors did. We've added this simple saying to our lives to remind us to maintain a more natural caloric intake.
The final common denominator, connection, is our favorite. All residents of the Blue Zones share deep, meaningful connections with family and friends.
In Okinawa, they form moai, a social circle of people who pool their money and help each other through hardship. In Sardinia, there are no nursing homes. Family members take turn caring for their elders. In Loma Linda, it was all about finding the right tribe. You've manifested some pretty significant changes to your tribe recently.
I certainly have. My brother and I bolted from Ohio right out of college chasing jobs. Me to the blue skies of North Carolina, my brother to the sweltering sun of Texas.
Leaving your poor parents behind to the dreary skies and lake effect winds of northern Ohio.
After years of, let's call it encouragement, to move to North Carolina, one day they finally decided to go for it and bought a home nearby.
Around these parts, they call it baby chasing.
Let's not let them hear that term. So they baby chased their way south. They were living their best life, a dream life filled with fun, friends, and family.
Or so they thought, but you weren't done there.
Nope. Just a year later, I manifested a dream job opportunity for my brother and his family. And now they live even closer to my parents than I do. We all get to share in raising my two beautiful nieces. We're all here to care for my parents when needed, and my sister-in-law is my bestie. We went from visiting each other 2 to 3 times a year to seeing each other 2 to 3 times a month.
Now we can say they're truly living their best life. I think it's important to point out that your father recently turned 80 and inspires us to see firsthand what later life vitality looks like. We also know Americans lose 2 to 6 years of their life the moment we put them in a retirement facility.
This is the opposite. They're now in a place with constant community, activities, and most importantly, family nearby, likely adding years to their lives.
We're searching for our worldwide. We know you're out there. Give us that like, subscribe, and most importantly, share with the ones you want to grow old with.
Now that you've heard the secrets of vitality and extraordinary longevity, we'll share 4 ways we've directly incorporated tips from the Blue Zones. One from each of Dan's 4 keys to longevity: movement, outlook, diet, and community.
For movement, we use some modern technology, setting trackers to remind us to get hourly activity and paying closer attention to elevation and the number of flights that we climb weekly.
My clever husband figured out how to make our walk go uphill both ways. I can hear 100-year-old Tony right now. And we walked uphill both ways.
Dan's second longevity boost is outlook. How have we incorporated Blue Zone ideas into our outlook?
Inspired by the centenarians of Ikaria, Greece, who meet nightly for dancing, we've dedicated time to daily dancing. We're intentional about dancing when cooking, cleaning, together, alone, or with anyone we can find. There's something freeing about joyously moving your body.
Dancing also improves your heart and lung function and frequently leads to lots of laughter, so it's good for stress relief.
Dancing can also relieve other stress if you do it right. That's not what's next, hon.
How have we changed our diets besides cooking from the Blue Zone's cookbook?
Yes. Well, we've added a lot of herbal and green teas to our diet. As cancer survivors, they're great for prevention. They add antioxidants, reduce inflammation, and are tasty and refreshing.
We're adding a tea garden this spring. If you'd like to see a video on easy tea gardening, let us know in the comments section below, and of course, follow along on Instagram at SuperC Vitality. Dan's final key is community. How have we been growing our community? Well, thanks to your help, of course.
Join our worldwide tribe by hitting the subscribe button immediately, then share it with someone you want to grow old with. We hope to surround ourselves with like-minded people while serving as a connection point for others.
Stay right there for our next video where we solve the recycling riddle. Until next time, we wish you health, wealth, and a SuperC Vitality.
Let's stay in.